Test. Mic check. Okay, it's picking me up, it looks like. Um, Hello, I'm Minerva. Uh, Sorry if my last stream didn't work. I was trying to, get some stuff going on, but I think I accidentally changed my YouTube stream key. So, so think it I think it like reset my YouTube stream, but it's okay. I got it reset. So now I thankfully it didn't like show it. That would suck. So let's see. I do need to set this setting. I had a profanity filter on earlier when I was playing games with my friends, but I don't think I need it for programming. So I'll be fixing that shortly, if it matters. I don't even know if it does, frankly. Hello, if anyone is here. I'm just getting everything set up still. Sorry that the screen's all blacked out, but I will have some music set up and I will have some programming going on. Just need to work on this. We do not need significant profanity or vulgarity. That is not what's going to happen in today's stream. Just letting you all know, we are just going to be chilling out, programming, and whatever you guys, whatever anyone wants. Well, as long as it's reasonable and I'm chill with it. For now, though, I want to code. And yeah, so I'll just be streaming my desktop in a moment. And yeah, let me customize this stream so that you guys can chat on YouTube and on Twitch, but it's not going to show up, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. So unfortunately we will not have like a multiple chat. I don't even know if that's allowed, to be honest, but yeah. So let me get my description for the stream open. Programming, we'll tag it. Here, I can stream this part now so you guys can see. Earlier I was messing with my stream keys because I screwed up there and didn't do it right and reset mine. But now that I'm done with that, we can just watch this. So programming, Java, sure. That'll be good. So it is not a rerun. We are completely live if you can't tell. So let's see. Sorry guys, got a text from my girlfriend, so I gotta check this out. Oh my gosh, okay, she's just being funny. One chat message. Oops, sorry, I didn't see that. We'll say welcome. Thank you to Aaron Dunn for see, what was the name of it? Classicals.de4. I don't know what this Children's Privacy Act is, so I'm just gonna say it's not for kids. Sorry if you are a kid, you're allowed to be here, but I don't know if you're supposed to. So if you want to learn programming now, I'd be happy to help you. Anyways, see if this live stream is working. Okay, we do not want an echo. And then the Twitch stream also working. Excellent. Set the chat to live. And let's start the music. I've already got it a little bit tuned based off the little bars in OBS. But if you guys want the music louder or quieter, or my voice louder or quieter, just let me know. Okay. Let's see. This is a little bit daunting, I'll be honest. I have not programmed in a minute outside of class, and it is scary to be doing it in front of an audience, but that's okay. I've got a little folder set up. If you guys want to replicate the setup, just install the Windows Store Ubuntu if you can, or download Ubuntu, run a virtual machine with Ubuntu. I'm just using the non-GUI variant. This is probably Ubuntu 24.04, I believe. It just says Ubuntu. And I've got my own little empty directory with just labeled code. So I'm going to obviously be working in this folder for the duration of the stream, but we can make a directory named, well, I've been seeing these videos where people make their own little chests. I saw a specific one where a guy who was new to programming, I don't remember his name unfortunately, but he watched like a tutorial on Python and made his own chess so that you could play chess. And I would like to try that. I think that would be a good project. To try my hand at. I have no idea how to make GUIs. I have no idea how to actually program it, but I think it would be a really good learning experience. This is going to be the first video in my journey of making chess. I really appreciate anyone who's here. I'll open up my phone so that it shows the chat for Twitch, but if YouTube notifies me of anything, I'll try to pop in really quick to see what's up. So let me make sure the music is playing. Yes. Not dropping frames, and it is queued up correctly. So let's get going with it. I just use a basic built-in editor that my teacher taught me how to use called VI. I don't know if it's the same as Vim because it's just VI instead of Vim. But it is just a text editor with some highlights for the languages that you use. So we're currently in a empty folder named chess. I'm going to make a new file named main.java, and when we look in the folder, it's there. So I'm going to edit it. Excuse my slow typing and my newbiness if I have any. I have not programmed in a long time. It's been since last semester. So we'll make sorry guys. Class main. These. Class main. Lib. Static. Void. Main. For our main function. Sorry guys, people are texting me, so I gotta make sure I'm not missing out on my family. My girlfriend Luna, she's so nice. She's texting me and asking me what I'm up to. So I'm telling her I'm streaming online, streaming my code. So this, just to, if anyone else is new here, this starter set of functions, this class declaration is just the name of the file, basically. This is the public class. Oops, we're in insert mode. There we go, that's what was wrong. The public class, which is available generally using the file name. It should be the same as the file name. And inside of it, we have a main function, which means that when this class is called, when this file is called, it will run the main function using any of the other functions built into the file. So these this parameter here, args, is a list of strings. That's just if you were to run this program with any flags, like you would a command line argument, it would be able to process them in the args. So I was really confused about that for a while when I first started, but just to let anyone else know, I'm 99% sure that's what it's for. But we probably won't be using that right now. For now, I just want to look up, like, GUI libraries. GUIs in Java. So, let's see. Java Swing, let's see. Java Foundation Classes Library. An extension of the Abstract Windows Toolkit. Okay. So it looks like we should probably be using this Java Swing over the other one. I think this is like an older version. Let's see how to install this, please. Okay. Let's go to the top. Or java.io.everything. Or java x.swing. I don't know what Swing or Java X is. Excuse me. Obviously, Swing is the GUI program, but I have not used Java X before. So let's just try to use this basic example here. shoot, is it working? My stream on my phone isn't working. Sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, that's working. Perfect. Looked like it was just showing OBS. That would suck. I've been, just implementing this practice thing here. So... call it that. So this looks like kind of familiar already. If anyone else has used like the Python, like Pi Auto GUI, this kind of reminds me of that. Okay, so this looks like it. So we save and exit. Let's see if this works. I'm not sure if it will. Cannot find symbol. Let's see, so we can't find button. Oh, it's a J button. Okay. So, oh wow, look at that. So you can already see we've got a GUI set up. It's got buttons. It looks pretty much exactly like theirs aside from the text that I did. That's my choice. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so we... Oh, are these all the components? Okay, so... Component... Container... Image icon... Okay. This looks like it might work for what we need. I'm gonna set a, yeah, get rid of this, oops. Touch, and make a new file, name, objectives.txt. So, one, we need to visualize a Next, we need to represent the board in data structure. Those are kind of together. Third, we need to add pieces to the board. Oh, hi Ellie. My friend Ellie or Lily is in the chat. She goes by both. We need to add the pieces to the board. Allow for piece movement. I don't... We to add special moves like the castling en passant and etc. Let's see, what else do we need? We should probably add a game end. In stalemate or loss. Let's think. Like, for now, I think that'll be it. Oh, we need to do turns. It's 8. So, let me think. So, for now, I think that'll be it. Connect valid moves. Kind of two things, but we'll put them together so I don't have to make a new line. So if we go back into the main.java file, and we set a new Java swing. Swing components. Let's see. Oh, perfect. This is great. Radio button. Oh, it's like talking to something else. Checkboxes could be good for the pieces, but you wouldn't really be able to represent them very well. This is a really helpful website, that's for sure. Color chooser. I wonder if there are these Unicode characters. Like, oh, perfect. That would be great. We could just use a set of like buttons with text boxes and so let's see. I would want a private class check square. Let's think. We need each chess square to have a contained piece. We need there we go. We could do as piece as well. Okay, it's not it's capitalized. So we do has piece is false. Button square button equals j. Oh, we need to do type make declarations. Let's see. So we'll need another class. Piece. We could make piece an interface where it's like you would define all the different pieces as their own class, and you could add methods to each one, which could be more scalable. But we also only have like what is it? 5 different pieces on each side, so each piece, regardless, will need a team. Or we won't initialize with a team yet. 0 equals right. So we will we'll identify. I don't know if we need to add public-private definitions to these, or if they'll automatically be private. We might just want to make them public because they're not really secure information. But then again, it's also bad practice. Getters and setters. Regardless, we will do type string type right bishop queen. Would probably be more efficient to store it as an integer, and we could just have a. That'll be an optimization I make later, though. This is really easy to read as is. So we need a piece. To your team and string piece type. Let's see. I'll say it's not team equals team, and this dot type equals piece type. So that'll initialize the piece. We need to do a little check, I would assume, to make sure it's a valid team and type. If team is not equal, it's not equal 1, or team not equal 0. Return row invalid. What's this called? Invalid input. how we do error handling. I think this is Python style. Okay, let's see. No, this is right. So exception class opposed to errors. Access. Okay, so let's if let's just make a list. This is gonna be awkward, but it's just gonna make a list of the different types. String pieces equals if I'm forgetting one, please tell me because that would be embarrassing. But oh my gosh. And make sure nobody's talking or asking me questions. Looks like we're good. I think we're good, right? Yes. Okay. Just making sure. And I have Twitch on my phone, so don't think I'm ignoring you guys. I'm actually paying a little more attention. So, good exception, if piece type, if, we'll do, if not piece type, or let's make sure this is all right. Just straight up get rid of chess square for now because we're not even that far ahead yet. I don't want it to mess up my other code. Let's see. Let's actually do a list thing. A little bit more usable. Usable data format. It's append and add for sets. Pieces.append or 21. So where is that? Ooh, do at all. Don't know how I want to do this really. Oh, hi Ellie. We're making a chess game. We're making a chess game, and I'm trying to make the game board right now. So this this array list is going to hold all the possible piece types that you can place on the board, so that it can check to make sure when you try to place a piece that it's a valid piece when it first starts the board. Just in case that has an error, it would just be a slim chance, but if you were modifying this later, it would be really helpful. At all. Yeah, thank you. I also think it's awesome. I was inspired by a guy on YouTube who did this like with no programming experience at all, and I was like, wow, that's actually really cool. It looks really fun to do. Like, I would enjoy making that myself. So how do I set a so list of strings. Okay, that's awesome. That's really clean. This is just a neat way to add all the elements I need to the list. Yeah, like the guy that did this originally was he watched a single video and used Python to do it. I think he did it all in like one file too, which was really impressive because it was like hundreds of lines of code. Which for a new project, like that's really impressive. Like that's like more than I was doing, that's for sure. We do need to import the dot. Let's see, right? Is that it? Array list. See if this works. Private modifier not allowed. Okay, so we're not allowed to make a private class. Maybe I was getting confused with C++. Let's see what else. Cannot find symbol list. Okay, so we need to add a list. We need to probably import the exceptions. And Is there just a list of exception types? Exceptions list. I just need a list of Java exceptions. Illegal argument exception. It's java.lang. Chromium. No, I don't know how to use this editor very well. I'm sorry, guys. They did not teach me the fancy tools like how to cut and paste. Ellie, this is just my favorite classical producer. He's composer. He's really old. He's Chopin, and so he died, and his music is public domain now thanks to a guy named Aaron Dunn, who like bought all his music basically and like made it all public, or all these versions of his music where people played it. So it's just something I can put on for normal viewers to watch, so I'm not just talking into a void or being silent while I'm programming. Oops, my Firefox is bugging. Yes, that's the one, Chopin. I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. I think he's French. Okay, well, it ran. It's pretty good. Good sign for sure. So let's see. Let's get rid of all, or let's comment all this out. You don't know how to pronounce it either, Ellie? It's... Or you don't know where he's from. You can look him up. He's, pretty big. Very popular. So... So we need team 0 and team and zip font. Let's see. Oh, I did an or expression, so it's always going to be wrong. Oh, pronunciation's right. Thank you. Okay, so that's working. Let's just make it a to allow us to print out a version of the thing, like with the specified format. Chopin is Polish? That's cool. He was like really depressed, if I remember right. He had like super bad depression, and he died really early. Turn. How do you do that? Like you, huh? Team is that and is stop. So let's see. Now we need board or just square. So we need to check if it has a piece. to see. So it actually so has a fault. See, so we want to know if it has a piece, and if it does have a piece, square. So stop on square equals piece. And so what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to make a hierarchical system where we start with individual pieces which have a team and a type, a few abilities based on what their type is. We're going to have a square. The board is made up of squares. Each square can have a piece on it, so it can hold a piece inside of its memory. And the board, since it's made up of squares, can allocate a position to each square. So store either a hash table full of squares with coordinates, or the squares can assign themselves positions. I don't know which is which yet. I think I might do the hash table of squares, with the hash being the key being the location of the square on the board. Yeah. And then that would be modifiable if you wanted to change like the size of the chessboard or something for different game types. That's probably the most efficient solution. So let's add this toString. We need to check if it has a piece at all. If as piece equals false. But if the squares don't know their own position, how am I going to tell it how to act? I don't know yet. I'm used to programming in Python where I can just add a colon instead of these curly braces. Get to this. These lines. Oopsies. So right now I'm checking so that if you're trying to see what piece is on it, it has to be initialized with a piece on it in order to get the piece off of it. Otherwise, it's just going to return null. So you need to check in the calling function if it's got a piece on it first. You also need a get function for the status of the square, so that if you want to check like before you get the piece, What language? This is Java. This is Java, probably gonna be Java 21 if I can. I like to use the newest version if possible because it has like what is it? Excuse me. It has more features for all the different types and stuff. It has more features for the exceptions. It usually just gets better as you get newer. It just gets more complicated. So you have to memorize more. I'm not quite good on the memorization, but it's probably good for me to learn the newest one anyways. Let me fix my stream on my phone really quick. There we go. Get this one does not require a fancy check because it will always be initialized. Let's see. So it goes wrong. Cannot find symbol piece docket. Okay, so probably this dot piece needs to be changed. And then we need first let's do the top function. Cannot find symbol. Equal state of exception. I spelled it wrong. Oops. So it still works. Now the tricky part is going to be figuring out how we want to do the squares. So square equals new square with 1 1 on it. So I'll print it out. It's a square. Check that. Okay, so we don't need the new line statement on this anymore, but it does work. I'm probably going to use keys with the traditional numeric system on the chessboard, like A through H. Is it 0 through 7 or 1 through 8? Chess notation. algebraic. E4, E5. Interesting. These are so interesting. So, is there a way to get Jack's object does not have a name. Okay, we can't do that. Like the board class now. Okay. So at the very top, we need to util.hashmap. Yes, that'll be fine. So hashmap square type of board equals new hashmap. Also have Boolean to see if the board is initialized. Just in case. So let's see, we want to make the hash map just use the algebraic notation, I think. So naming the squares 1 through 8, A through H. So I like to keep this open. Oops. Oh, am I silly? Just open image in new tab, that's what I need. So I want to board.add so we'll make a for loop. We'll make the row is less than or equal to 8 plus and then we'll make the columns so for oops every time we have a row and column, we need to start from the bottom basically and work our way up. So we're going to be working, how's this going to work? Left to right, bottom to top, which is a little funky, but it'll be okay. So I'm going to print so row is going to equal or column is going to equal the letter. So you just have a bunch of if statements. That doesn't feel very good though. Make a dictionary of yeah, that would be good. Or even better, actually let's shoot, oops. I just wiped all my progress. Dang it. Oh man. Okay, well, let's start that over. So we gotta initialize the board. So check if it's initialized or not. We need a hash map to represent the board. And we need the hash map to be composed of squares. So where was I? Yes, we're doing the for loops. We will make a function actually. Well, we could just do it on initialization, but it would be compartmentalized in a function. So private void, we'll call it initialize. So for row equals 0, row is less than or equal to 8, row adds every time. We will repeat this for the columns. So now we need to identify the the different options for the letter. I'm just gonna make a little dictionary or a hash map. How does a hash map work? I just need to recheck that to make sure I'm not doing this completely wrong. Because yeah, it needs to have the key and then the map. So string then square. String or int then string. This could be a static hash map. If we initial capacity. We need how many? We need exactly let's see, 8. We just need 8. The board we need 64, so we can initialize it with those values for the size. Let me actually no, because the board is initialized so infrequently, it doesn't really matter if I have a bunch of add functions. It's O of 1 anyways, if I remember right, for the time complexity with it when you're adding an item to a hash map. So we should be able to just do hashmap.add every time you initialize a new board. If I really want to optimize it, I can change that later. That would probably be a server-side function, though, if this was an online game. So we need to compute. So we need to how do we add a value though? It's not saying how to add it. Okay, we need to put, that's it. Compute is a check for it. We need to put a one is a. Here, can I definitely not. That is not it. We'll just type it out. Anyone knows how to chest notate? Ellie, what are you talking about in the chat? I don't even know what. Oh my god, because you're a bug girl, that's right. Be just a little bit tedious, but it's only got 8, so it's okay. Okay, so I don't think we can keep this as static anymore between all, because each board will have its own notation. This dot letters dot compute column. So string letter equals column computed into the hash table. So that will take this number here from 1 through 8, compute it alongside these, and then pull out the letter associated with it. So string value equals let me think. What is it? It to a string. So I think that's how you do that. No, it's I think that's how you do it. Is that? Oh, okay, that's it. So we will, we're actually gonna store, well, no, we don't have to. Board dot let's think, put value, and so that's the string part of it, and then a new square into the board. So that'll create an empty square, and we will should we no, it would be faster if we just had a whole section dedicated to putting the pieces down instead of making it check for pieces every single time it adds a new row or column. So we're going to need to fetch the... We're going to need to make functions for each piece. I think that's probably the best way to... best way to do this. Init pawns, so we need a set piece function. Need a set piece with a piece P. So when we set the piece, we need to, I've been coding a lot. I might need to do a test case really quick, but yeah, let's do a test case before we do this. So Java main. Oh man, okay, here we go. So identifier expected. So this is all to do with adding the elements to the hash map. So when I go back to the hash map, put k key into v value, or v value into k key. So what did I do wrong there? I could do an integer. Maybe it doesn't take primitives. No, that's not it. Identifier expected. Does it have to be a, does put have to be identified too? I assumed it would inherit that binding from letters, but it might. Yeah, maybe we could try that. Let's see if the error is out on this one. Edit? No, it's still asking for an identifier. Illegal start of type. I wonder if it needs to be a variable. So no, it still wants an identifier put, not the actual values. So I'm not too sure. This is going to be tricky debugging. I don't really know how this implementation of hash map works. We could try just doing no, we already tried that. I would like to keep it as an integer for now, just for the added functions you can call on it when it is an integer instead of a primitive int. So associates the specified value with the specified key in this map. And this is a modifier and type. Why does it have to be values dot put? Am I misunderstanding how the, yeah. Thank you, Ellie. Into so let's see. String integer. So they're just doing it like I do it. I don't understand what I did wrong. public v put. So it'll return the value. That's unique. See if there is compiles. Yeah, it does. So let's see. Trying to think. Maybe it can only be a string. Is the as the key. Oops, that's a bit of a key on. Let's see. Error identifier expected. You have to put it inside a block. Oh, really? Oh, that's funny. Okay, I just didn't know that. So just steal this. That should do it. Oh, hell. Whole lot of errors. Method put in class hash map KV cannot be applied to given types. Required string found int string. Int cannot be converted to string. Oh, did I set the... Yeah. Cannot find symbol. This dot letters dot compute. Can't find this. Or is it this dot letters? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I can, I can keep the, I can keep the hash map outside, initialization outside in the root of the board class, and, I can, but I just do all the put functions inside of a block, because apparently they need to be. Now, very interesting error set. Int cannot be converted to string, but it probably can be, just added. Now we, constructor square and class square cannot be applied to given types, and compute cannot be applied to given types. So we're having trouble computing this .letters.compute. Do we just need to do get? I didn't realize there was a get at first. Yeah, okay. And this one I'm not too sure on. I think we just need to put this in parentheses, like order of operations style. No. Constructor square cannot be applied to given type. Required piece. Oh, I accidentally made it a piece instead. I need just a new constructor that just has an empty constructor. Okay, perfect. So our code compiles. I believe it is initializing still, right? If we say well, we get past compile phase, so it means that it didn't find any errors with the code by default, but it still could have runtime errors. So let's actually initialize a board. Scary. Okay, so it compiles still. That is awesome. That is really awesome. It actually runs. So if we we'll just do, I don't know why I was trying to do a separate initialization for each piece type, because the pieces should stay the same. I'll just comment as to which pieces are being applied in the code. So pawns need to be how should I say this? Let me look at the game board again. So we need to do row 2 and row 7 full of pawns. So first we need to check if board init equals false. We need to stop everything. Just throw an illegal state exception. I even try this actually? Yeah, I didn't. Oops. That's it. Something. Okay, so it has private access. So I need to do this in the initialization phase, or the declaration phase, I think is what it's called. Super. It's super. Or we could just type it in. Yeah. Okay, so that works. I just need to check to make sure everything on the board already worked. So as long as the board's initialized, which we just checked for, we need to set row . Already equal 2 at first. Because pawn start on row 2, we're just going to work bottom to top. So what's it doing? Keep wanting to make a new function for just like each piece, but I don't think it's efficient. That overhead. Or equals less than 8. So equal to 8 plus. We would like to just iterate over this board. So equals letters dot letters dot get letters dot get column, so we can retrieve the letter at that column, plus just could actually do row equals 2, row equals 7, and just iterate over the same thing. So let's see. I want to. So now it's going to place. It's going to create a current value for every single piece here and here, like bouncing up and down. And at each bounce, I want it to set that square to a pawn or to whatever piece it is. So we need, first off, let's set these to this dot letters in case, but also this dot board dot get current. So we check the square at that piece, and that will return a square. And we need to set these. Set piece. And we want to set it so that each this dot, or let's see, so let's see the whole thing, the whole set of code. Check YouTube just to make sure nothing crazy is going on over there. Your videos, reviews, no chats. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so that type needs to be this dot piece equals. No, we don't even need to do that. We don't even need to do that. We just need to initialize a piece because it wouldn't have one actually. Set piece. So we'll do set and add so that we have separate commands for when we're initializing the board and when we're actually replacing pieces with stuff. Well, we don't actually need two separate ones. That's a little bit silly. Be treated the same in the square size. It doesn't need to complicate it. Square. So on square equals piece. We're assuming that piece is valid because it already gets checked on initialization. And as piece equals true. If as we'll deal with that when we deal with capturing. I don't want to deal with capturing just yet. Oops. Set piece. Oopsies. Oops. Yeah. Okay, I'm totally messing up this whole section here. It's like Python syntax again. So the team will be team 0 for this set, and then team 1 for the next set. Oh, here we go. So we didn't initialize column, so the whole thing's just screwing up because of that. Now we can get to the meat. Let me just figure it out. Let's get the actual errors we have. Set piece cannot be applied to given type. Found in string. Ooh. Okay. So it's finding a string in the place of the board, even though it should be returning a different piece. It should be returning a piece instead of the hash map itself. Get object key. So why is this object instead of V? Or K. K key. So let's see, where are we going wrong? So current retrieves the So, we get a string, and the board is made up of strings to squares. Somehow it's getting confused and getting board confused with the letters, I think. That's the only thing I could think of, because that's the only thing with int and string as the two types. Read this a little closer. Actual and formal argument lists differ in length. I'll look that up. Class does not have a constructor that takes parameters. So perhaps it's something with the square itself that's actually being initialized. That's probably my closest lead, is that there is something wrong with how the square is being initialized in order to oh, is it yeah. Okay, I see. I just forgot to add a thing in my function up here for the square function for setting the piece. I forgot to add the team selector. So we need a new piece with team piece. Or no, we need to keep it like this so that we can capture pieces, but we need to a little funky looking, but yes. Perfect. So what just happened was I was trying to set the piece of the square to the initializer for a new piece, but I hadn't actually initialized the new piece. I was just feeding an integer and a string, not a new piece, so it was getting confused there. I thought it was something else, but that cleared it up. So yeah, Yeah, let's do init piece as a part of that. Okay, so it runs. I want to get a printout of the hash table just to see what it looks like. So I need to add a 2-string for boards. It's not just a traditional thing. So, result equals, or let's do an array list, like a 2D array kind of thing, so it looks like an actual chessboard. Make it really complicated. I need to see how I did the one up here. It's just... So we're going to create a giant formatted, like pre-formatted string of everything. Unless we could do a for loop for this, like a while loop or something. So or you do a traditional 2D array where it's 8 by 8. I think that's how you do it. Equals. Let me just check really quick. Yeah, there we go. So oh, Ellie. Oh my gosh, you guys are watching me on the TV? Holy moly. That's crazy. Anyways, what I'm doing right now is, I'm trying to, create the formatter for the board so that this is going to create a 2-dimensional array where it has rows and columns of strings, so like words or letters, and it's going to basically set each individual section of this array into the piece at that location on the board. So for I'm just now initializing the for loop that's going to decide what the rows and where the rows and columns are, so it can create it right side up. Int row equals 1. Row is less than 8, or less than or equal to 8, so that we don't run off the edge of the board. Row plus plus, so it adds 1 each time. And we need to initialize another for loop for the columns for each row. Oops, not right. So result. The tricky thing is that my chessboard is currently oriented upside down, like compared to how this array will be. You see it starts at the bottom with 1 and goes up to 8. So, it's going left to right like a normal array does, but it's going bottom to top. And so I'm gonna have to flip the results of row. I know what to do. I can just set row to 0 through 7, and then set a special variable called int parent equals just 8 minus row, so that now it'll start at 0. 8 minus 0 is 8, so it'll initialize from top to bottom. That's 9. So result at row column from current column equals. Well, do I really want it like that? I don't know. I'll try it like this inverted way, where I flip it first, but I'm not sure if it's the right direction or not. It's kind of hard to keep track of. Yeah, it's, thank you for commenting on that. It's like, it's not... I don't like working with like shapes in my head, and this is like trying to do origami in your head to see where the orientation is. But if we set result column to this dot so we need to take the board and get the like the algebraic combination at this row and column. So we actually can't do the inversion right now. Yeah, we can't do that right now. I'll postpone that. For now, it's going to be probably black on the bottom and white on the top, which is a little unusual. Step board.get. We need to set the current position to let's think. We would want it at it's letter then number. So it's so we get the column's number or letter from its number. And then add the row number to it. So now we do current position here and fetch it from the board. Because this section here is just to format it from these numerical rows and columns into the actual algebraic notation that we use for the squares. Like A1, A3, whatever. Once we fetch the result, it puts it into the row and column it belongs in. And it should, at the end, return the result as in the 2D array that it generates. But oof. So if we just fetch it raw, it's just going to give me a memory address of the square. So we need to get piece at that location. Right? Let's try returning null here instead of throwing an exception. Because I don't want it. I want it to just tell me there's nothing there instead of saying like you can't do that because there's nothing there. String cannot be. Oh, that's so sickening. So we basically just formatted that beautiful 2D array for no reason. I guess we could just we could call it array instead of results. And we'll just result will be just a regular string. Result equals. We'll just try to do nothing. We'll just set it to null because it'll get set immediately. Result equals. So add. So we need to actually set it so that it just starts empty, not null, and then it adds one of those, and then every time it gets past a new column, we need to set a new line. Piece cannot be converted to string. my 2D array such that it was trying to put strings into it, but it was actually supposed to be pieces that I could call the string out of. Just a nuance. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of, though. It's getting worried because it sees that some of the squares have no pieces and they're just null. So, we could check for nulls or we could throw an error. I think it's faster to check for nulls, but if it's not, I'll throw an error later. When you try to, yeah. First, I'll try a simple solution of just casting it to a string. Cannot find, oops. Yeah, it can't turn a null into a string, and it can't even invoke the get type because it has no type. Oops. Let's see. Need to go all the way up here. So if my error out though, so I don't know if this will work. We could just add a string that says none. It still says get type fails. Piece.getType. So it's erroring at line 35 in main and line 167 in 2 string. So let's check the main. Oops, that's not it. Let's check the main. 35 is right here. Okay, and so it immediately heads down to 167. Or whatever it was. So piece.getType. Or is it a piece or a square? Let me see. So we return a square, we get the piece, and so we have a piece that we're getting the type out of, and the type is null. So if we have a pawn and we just have pawns right now. So by default, they are a pawn. Let me add a empty constructor. Just for redundancy's sake, in case it's doing something weird with that. So we need to check the square code then for when we're setting the piece. We need to make sure everything has this in it, just so it doesn't interfere with anything else. I don't know if it will or not. I just get worried about it. Like if there's conflicting variable names or whatever. So piece on square equals null. When we set the piece, oh, we're returning null instead of throwing an error. Yeah, I did that, but I don't know if I did that right. Huh. When I try to get the piece off of this, what does line 167 do? It's changed now. Let's see what the error is right now. It's 171. Okay. So I'm just trying to read it and understand a little bit more about what's going on. This part with the local 1 through 4 is null is confusing me. I don't understand if that's my 2D array or if that's something else. So let's actually just do a check where if the piece at this location or we need to stop getting the piece right away. We need to get a square. Get status is the code for that. So if it if it has a piece, then we need to continue down this road. Otherwise, we just need to cut it off there. And result plus equal. So so now we're having a different error at least. Square cannot be converted to piece. Okay, so we've just messed up our array again by changing the data type from pieces to squares, but that's okay. That's a pretty cool error. So let's see if that does anything different for now. It's probably gonna have an error still, but index 8 out of balance. Oh, what's it doing? $170. Getting an error of 170. Right here. Let's look at that. So oh, I see what's going on. It's so the 2D array is set from 0 to 7 because it's 8 length, but it starts at 0. So it's erroring out the 2D array. So we'll just literally subtract 1 from the row and the column. Now, when I get the status of the square and it says it's null, that's not good. It means we've got a null pointer, so just a null object sitting in our 2D array somewhere. Somehow a null has gotten in there, I believe. So board.get current position. Board should be entirely filled with things, right? Board.get doing. So we're calling a letter number combination that doesn't exist in the board, which either means that the thing setting the letter number combinations is wrong, or we're grabbing the wrong item. Something is wrong with that. in my eyes. Let me set this to -1 and see if that fixes it, because I just saw that was mentioned, but no, it's still null. 171. Oh, here. Okay, okay. It's just another instance of these row column confusions. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. So we've generated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So 64. We've only generated the pawns so far, but the rows are pawns, and can be recognized as such. Everything else is set to none. So let me think. We just need to complete this code with every other piece now. The to string was the hardest part, where it turns it into the formatted string. Thank you, thank you. Now, because this is like a whole mess, this is just at these rows and these columns set these pieces. So that should be pretty all right. Now we need to set I'm actually going to create a new function for private square get get square RC. So it'll just take in a row and column and output the square. Or what is it? I need to do that and do oh, I wouldn't even need to anymore. Never mind. It would string column equals this dot get a lot less complicated now. Even though it's still kind of messy, it's not like blowing up the screen at least. So we need to set knights next. We're in column equals 1. Or where do knights start? They start 1, 2, 3, 3. And presumably 6, yes. Let's see, we need to take the so we get the columns where the knights are in. We get the C and the F columns. And if so we just need to set the once it hits we know it's going to hit column 3 and column 6. So we just need to set row 1 at the column for each of these. Row 1 and row 8 to the knight. So let's check that with the one second. Okay, I just forgot to set that. Okay, so it's a little lopsided now, but there are knights in third position on each spot. Yeah, that's looking good. I guess we just I don't know if there is a way to copy paste in VI. So we take two. So 4yy, and then we put, oh wow, that's awesome. That's something new every day. So bishops are on columns. Oh, I put the knights in the bishop spot. Oops. Column equals 3. Here, I'm gonna start using if I can find the Unicode characters that are the chess symbols, that would be really nice. Oh, so we have to use a special print system. Okay, we'll just we can do that for the proper GUI, but it looks like we can't do it for the terminal, at least. I wonder if we can nah, it's not worth the work to make like a translation table for words to letters, I think. Not right now. Okay, so yeah, that looks about right. And then these are going to be at columns 1 and 8. So we just multiply by 8. It works. And let's just go straight to the oops, that's there we go. Queen plus king. So oh, I just realized what I've been doing. I've just been well, no, never mind. But I don't think we can use a loop here. We just need to place them down because they're each in a separate spot. So at row 1 and column 4, yeah. Which way would that be? So Pawn 4 would be, that's the king. That's the white king. So, row 1, column 5 is the white meat. The top ones are correct. Oh, these are just, oh, it's flipped upside down like I thought it would be. That's funny. But yeah, so you have to contextualize it that these are the black, and these are the white. Understand it correctly. I'm going to, now that I've tested stuff, remove some of the chaff that I used to test my like pawns and squares at the beginning of the game, or at the beginning of the session, and just get rid of these because they're kind of just filling up the terminal. I already know that the squares and the pawns, or the pieces and the squares are working. We got this far. So we set up the board, we set all the squares, and then we set all the pieces on the squares. Let me look at my objectives. So we've not visualized, we do not have a GUI, but we do see it, and we have represented it in a data structure. So it's kind of working. I have the pieces on the board. Now we need to look, we can either go for a proper GUI, or we can start working on movement. Oh, I just saw your message. It's almost been 3 hours. Oh my gosh, it has been 3 hours. It's okay, it's okay. We're working hard. So I think I kind of want to take a break from the chess and do a GUI for a little bit. Kind of boring, but I don't really have a rule for what I need to be doing when. I have the... I think if I want to do movement, though, it's going to be a lot easier to represent with clicking. So... let's see. I'm debating whether I should create a whole new Java file for the GUI, because it's like it's just gonna be calling functions from the board. It's not actually directly attached to it, and it feels like it would be best logically separated. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So Oh man. Import. Name. I should probably rename it. Copy main.java to yes.java. It's still the same, just making sure. So we can get rid of main, because I just don't like that name for it. It's not descriptive enough. We need to edit now GUI. Import chess. Import java.swing.everything. Right. Make sure here on the side. Because they had a little example. Yeah. They used IO and swing. So class UI. So I don't know if I'm allowed to have two main functions though. I might have to cut out the chessboard's main function. That'll be okay though. It's just practicing it anyways. So Java swing. Image icon. I don't know if I should use buttons or icons for the little guys, the little chess pieces. So set images. Okay, so you can use an icon as a button, it looks. A GUI element attached to a button. The thumbnail images on the buttons. Okay, so let me... Holy moly, they use a whole bunch of stuff for this. Huh. Okay, here's the actual class down here. So Are they putting a button on top of the icon? That's kind of strange. I don't think I can run that. Oh, that is cool. The clock. Oh, wow. And so it has like alt text. Huh. Okay. Oh, they explain it right down here. I'm so silly. So, the thumbnail action class. So, I don't understand where the actual, where the actual button is. Thumbnail action extends abstract action. Pick up the full image we want to display. It's kind of funny, all I need is the click functionality of this giant app they've made. I need to click on an icon. Let me get some chess piece. How do I get the actual like chess pieces? Where chess piece pictures or a chess? Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, are these just Elite chesses? Do these have a license on them? Let's check Lila's license. So images / learn / pieces. Okay, so we're allowed to use free. So we can use public images, learn pieces. Okay, okay. Okay, so these are perfect, I think. Yes. Unfortunately, they are not colored right. Okay, Let's just download these. So we have the pieces. Let me move those over into our code folder. But okay, it's just completely white because it's just a SVG. So I need to invert the colors for some of these. Would be all. Yeah. Okay. So let's try and get a GUI with just some images on it first. So not any of this fancy button stuff yet. Just put icons. So we need a frame. Just setting up a basic menu right now. Like literally, it's called a frame, but it literally is just the border of the GUI. So Java UI. So we don't need chess right now, so we can take that out immediately because it's causing problems. So, oh, it's Java X dot swing. Nice. Oh, there we go. It's perfect. So we have a GUI, and we can use it. Now, if we set an icon, a little concerned that things are about to get complicated, but it's okay. Alt text, and then we just let it sit there. So okay, so now we just add icon, or does it have to be a label? Frame, add. So create image icon is not available. And we also can't add an image icon by default. So how do I I wish I could see their whole code to see what they're importing here, because I don't know what I need to get the create image icon symbol. Is this just a newer version of Java? Is that it? I think it is. Java. Oh, do I not have Java? I need to install a newer version of Java. Let's see. No, I don't. Okay, let's see. Java dash version. It says it's 21. Is it just not, it's not Java 8, it's Java at line 8, I see. Okay. That makes sense. So Okay, so it changes later on. Oh man. Oh no. It's all different. Java, technical docs, probably core libraries. Let's see. Where is the where's that's not that's just interfaces, not GUIs. Version 26, holy moly. Okay, so I think Java X is perhaps deprecated. Okay, so it's deprecated in 26, I think. What about... So if it's not Java X, it's probably in Java IO. Java IO. It's not even here. What the heck? Okay, here it is. So we're looking for create image icon or image icon, but it's not here. Where am I supposed to find the I need a Java 21 guide. Okay, there we go. Image icon. Shoot, oops. I just pasted my whole mess of chest stuff in here. That's VG. I don't know why they're using create image icon. I don't think that's real anymore. Okay, so now it's just, oh. Okay, so we need a new image icon. And then we need to add it to a label. J label thing equals new J label. Let's see. I wish I didn't close everything. Add thing should add onto the screen. Does not. Okay. Does it close automatically, or do I have to Control C to close the program? I have to Control C. Maybe I need to set it to a certain size because it's just an SVG. Yeah, it doesn't really have a resolution. So let's see. Do some debugging here. We will we'll print out the pawns width. Way too much effort to try and paste something, but I think I'll get faster with it over time. So it's got -1. That's it. It's like, it's there, but it's not actually got a size to it. Let's see. So I could turn it into an image. I could load it as an image. And then just feed it the image. That would be nice. So what? This is just like, image isn't a real thing, I guess. It's just It's like an interface. Okay. Oh, am I not showing the maybe I'm not showing the label correctly. Let's see. Okay, so it's still -1. I don't think I'm showing the label correctly then, because, one moment, I'm getting texted. Okay. We're good, we're good. Yeah. So it's still doing -1, so that means it's not rendering right. They have a few different things, but I'm gonna look at JLabel first to see what's up with that. I wonder if I could set the label size. Or if it's a button, that would be interesting. I think that's what I'd want anyways. J button. A push button. So J button icon. What if I do yeah, one of those. Still nothing. Well, we clearly can't see it, so we don't need these. Test pawn. Even still, it's not loading. Oh, because we didn't add it. Is that it? No, we did add it. Look at the J frame. See if there's anything to do with this. Huh. It's the layout manager to there's a lot of different options for what kind of layout I want it's like, but I kind of just want a grid box layout. That looks right. Okay. Okay, so can't even find it. Weird. So you got a constructor for it. So container target. Don't think I want to mess with that right now. Well, it's not actually failing on the part I thought it would, it's just failing on that. I wonder if it's because it has no layout. And it, labels, buttons, and tabbed panes can be decorated with an icon. There's a snapshot with 3 labels, 2 of which are decorated with an icon. Yes. So, unfortunately, I don't have this create image icon command. I don't know where to find it. Let's see. So no, there's nothing that looks like it would be an image editor, like, or an image thing. What is... So icons can get height, get width, or be painted onto somewhere. What is a component? Okay, so graphics G. I wonder if it's because we're not painting the icon that we're failing there. So It's the fixed width and height. So how to use SVGs with swing. So I guess we could get like the screen size and render the, I mean, I don't really care that we're using SVGs, so it doesn't matter too much to me that we'd convert it to a PNG. It just happens that I downloaded SVGs. So I think I'm just going to convert them like this guy's saying to do. Yeah, okay. Java doesn't support them by default. At least as of, wow, 2013. Let's see what this person's original response was. If this link is active, I don't think it is. Let's just convert these and not deal with this. It's a bunch of useless work. Google isn't letting me do it. There we go. It should be pretty much done now. Strange site. No, it isn't showing still, which is interesting. So once I figure this out, I think I am going to take a break though, and probably go to bed for tonight. Just so you guys know. Can I now see the size of it? On type image icon does not have an icon. Let's see. -1 once again. So it creates a -1 if it can't read it too. That's better. So it actually loaded at that time. Curious if it's the color is just off. No, I don't think so. Let's try a label, because this is a whole mess. J label instead of J button is different. We could just do the image then. Ooh. Interesting, it's still not loading it. Oh man. So just on J label dot center. Okay, well, I've gotten it to at least load, so I think I'm gonna take a break there. Let me check up on the other stuff on the stream before I go, but thank you guys for watching. I'll probably be back sometime tomorrow to work on this again, but I appreciate it.